All right, we live right now.
As Ice Cube would say, today was a good day.
Ugh.
I know y'all know
Disgusting.
what that was.
I know.
Yes, we know what that
You
was.
ain't have
We
to
just
I
say
don't
that.
wondered
know.
why you said it like that.
Indeed, bro. Indeed.
Y'all gotta Google to see who that was.
We know who
You
that
said who it
was.
Hey,
was.
and buy the CD off Amazon.
The CD, not the compact disc.
Oh, I'm sorry. Y'all have MP3s now. Gotcha.
Don't do we don't do this game.
He's disgusting.
Not the
God.
MP3s.
Y'all want to send links
Well,
out?
you, well, we had CDs back then, bro.
Yeah, yes.
Okay. Um,
Please don't distribute this.
Bro, that's the whole reason why we do this. Otherwise, we would just get on the group chat and talk about it.
I had one person waiting. They done got off.
Then it got off.
Yep, that might have been the dude that I told him about our show.
Tell them to get back on then.
I don't have his number like that.
Don't
He
touch that
might.
dial.
Let's get going.
Ooh, this
Hey,
is
shit.
bad. That is
Thank
bad.
you.
Have we been live this whole time?
We live. We live when I start. We live right now. That's all you need to worry about.
That's funny.
Hold on, I'm sending links out. Just give me a second. I gotta go to the bathroom. I'll be right back.
He's finna go Google how to send the link out. That's what he's gonna do.
I can't stand. Joe, you give up.
Hey, I wonder
Hold
if
up.
Google would tell you that. Hey, Google, how do you send the link out? Let me
You
see.
need some help using Google? Is that
Yeah,
the
I
only way
need
you
to
know how
ask
to do it?
Google.
Is talk to it?
I'm gonna ask Google, how do you use Google?
Google will tell you how to use Google.
I can't. You tripping.
Nah, bro.
Oh, that's not what I need to see.
Yo, it's serious. As
I
scary
gotta
as
check this
hell.
out.
Oh my god.
Hey Google, how do you use Google?
Stop it, Gabe. Stop it. Just stop it.
They gave me 5 different steps. They said open the app, 2, top right, tap your profile picture and set the voice. 3, under Hey Google, and 4, turn on Hey Google.
Oh man.
I figured out how to use Google today. Thanks.
Oh my goodness.
Don't say today. Please don't say today.
That's crazy.
Oh man. Please tell
Hey,
me.
I'm through. I'm through.
This is
Oh
a
man.
tough situation I'm in right now.
Why is that, buddy?
Just a lot on my mind, buddy.
Oh man.
Y'all can go ahead and talk. Hold it down. I'll be right back. I got to go to the bathroom. I'll be right back.
Oh boy.
I'll be back too then, Stu.
Go ahead, man. Go ahead, man.
Oh Lord.
I
Oh my.
really hope we don't go in depth into the NBA today. I'm not ready. I'm not. Just gonna be honest with you guys.
You see the trade that took place yesterday?
Oh yeah, between LA and Portland, I think it was.
Portland, yeah.
Yeah, that was, for a minute there, I got excited because I thought it was a Lakers trade, and then I opened that notification. I'm like, what they doing? What are they even doing that for? Them
Yeah, Portland's about to start tanking. They're low key tanking.
they should have got rid of Dame last year. It really made me mad holding on to him like that. He too good to be staying with his team like that.
He's not coming back to shoot.
Yeah, but
He's gonna stay. He's gonna stay gone and rehab this injury. He's not coming back.
I feel like he's gonna be less than what he was than what he's been. That's the only thing. I feel like trades that happen like a year or two late, they really make them players come back and not be what they really are. Like Rush should have been traded.
It was beneficial for the Clippers because your boy, neither one of them are coming back this year.
Al and who else was it?
Kawhi Leonard and PG will not be back this year. They will be out for the rest of the season for their injuries. Bet. Watch.
Golly. They need to come to the game not suited up in casual clothes, but in a full body cast also. Like, don't even give me the illusion that you'll ever show up again. I'd be so disappointed if I was a Clippers fan. Yeah. That's a shame.
They already said Kawhi and them weren't coming to the rest of this year.
I knew Kawhi wasn't gonna be back, but I
PG
thought
supposed to be getting that surgery, so I think he done too. But the fact that they beat the Lakers is ridiculous. We suck,
bro. Y'all not even that bad, Gabe. And
we not even that bad. What you mean? We can't win a game with AD in full or have 85% health and Russell Westbrook who's still 90%. I mean, dude, we lost 2 games we should not have lost to the Hornets with Russell Westbrook taking that dumb 3. Because I promise if I was guarding them, I would have went and sat on the bench and said, "Go ahead, do what you do." I would start celebrating as soon as he shot. Yes,
that was not a dumb 3. He was hidden.
No,
he got hot in them last few minutes. That was not a dumb 3.
He got hot pulling up from mid range and taking it to the basket. That's what he got hot
3-2. He hit a 3-2 when he was hot.
How many threes he hit when he was hot?
He only hit like
on NBA Jam. He's on fire. Google that.
just minutes I hit on Joe is what he hit.
Stop it, Tiz. Stop it. You can lead a chat right now if you want to. Stop. Don't do that. Don't you start that right now. It's too cold for me to be out here proving a point. Stop that, Tiz. I ain't even gonna be in town next weekend. I can't have you acting out already.
Hey man, you got any good news, man?
Who's that?
You. Aside from the Packers losing.
Hey man, relax. Relax.
I mean, I know that's some good news. That's what I was trying to find out. Cause they say Aaron Rodgers might be going to Denver, so you good. Y'all get you Jordan Love.
I have a whole lot of
with Aaron Rodgers.
I have a whole lot of scatter reports that say either Aaron Rodgers is going somewhere else or the Packers are working on a deal to keep him around for quite a few years longer. There's a whole bunch of he say, she say type of stuff going on. And you know what? I'm not even going to care to speculate. I'm just going to let it pan out because it didn't do no good last year. It's not going to do no good this year. I'm just let it work out.
What makes you this? Are you a Green Bay fan or are you an Aaron Rodgers fan?
I'm a Green Bay fan. I ain't going nowhere.
Okay. Well, I mean, I can respect that right there. Then.
You know,
I'm a Justin Fields fan.
I
was a Cam Newton fan. So I saw him get back on Carolina, and then I finally realized, dude, you can't play no more. You need to go retire.
Wherever Aaron go, I'm gonna hope him the best. I hope he win a Super Bowl wherever he go next. But I'm a Green Bay fan overall for sure.
I think he's going to Denver, and he's finna run that division with Derek Carr, and I gotta put respect on his name. Patrick Mahomes and Justin Herbert, he out his mind. He'll complete mind. He better stay in Green Bay and dominate the Detroit Lions, the Chicago Bears, and the Minnesota Vikings. He literally got the list for the next 2 years. He got the divisional title for the next 2 years, easy, no questions asked. Cause them 3 teams, I mean, no disrespect, I hope Justin Fields can win despite the coach that they had. Cause I'm like, really? That's who y'all got for offensive court? That got defensive court coach for this dude? Come on, man. Really? Y'all ain't thinking. I mean, man, we need some black dudes on the football team because y'all killing me. This buddy Bush system is ridiculous. Well, I mean, so Aaron, go get you $50 million a year. Go retire in Green Bay and go buy your business. Man,
I
that's what he
would,
should do.
I would
If he
hope
goes
that
to
he
Denver,
does
he's
that.
not gonna win. If he goes to Denver, I'm telling you right now. Forget now. I said the Pittsburgh Steelers stuff just out of joking. I mean, I respect Mike Tomlin and the Pittsburgh stuff, but he go to Denver, he gonna be in for a rude awakening. Cause Denver don't even. I mean, Denver's good, but they ain't got the defense like they had when Peyton Manning came. They just don't. So if
I'm
I
not
were them,
even.
nope, stay where you at, boss.
I'm not
Guaranteed to go
even
to the
gassing up
NFC.
Aaron Rodgers and them, but that's all you need is a decent defense.
Well,
If
I
it weren't
mean, you
for
don't
our
need
special
nothing.
team, if our special teams weren't selling this year, he could have did more than that.
No, y'all don't need nothing with them 3 teams nowadays, man.
Say,
If I could bet, I would bet that them all 3 of them combined gonna be under 500 next year. All of them gonna be vying for the top pick next year. You got Chicago Bears and the Minnesota Vikings getting a new head coach. Yeah, okay.
disrespectful, Gabe. You real disrespectful, man.
Tell me how. I mean, this Green Bay division to lose, man. Y'all lose. That's just because y'all had an injury.
It's true. Well, you being disrespectful to all the other teams over there right now.
Okay,
Like
what
the
respect I need
Vikings,
to give them?
the Vikings are decent. They're a decent team.
No,
The
they were
Bears,
decent
I
with
won't give
Mike
you no
Zimmerman.
arguments there.
With Mike Zimmerman, they were good. He's gone last time I checked.
They were
Who's the coach
okay
for
with
Chicago?
they were okay with Mike Zimmerman. I would even
Nah.
argue that he was maybe the issue.
No, it was that they thought Kirk Cousins was gonna take them somewhere, and he won.
That's what I'm
Kirk
saying. They
Cousins
kept Kirk Cousins around
is
this
a
whole
upgraded-
time.
Kirk Cousins is an upgraded Jimmy Garoppolo. He's a Jimmy Garoppolo that doesn't turn the ball over to me. That's what Kirk Cousins is.
He turned the ball over for sure. He'll
Not
give
much
you that
Jimmy
ball
though.
back.
Not much Jimmy G. You saw what Jimmy D did. Dude, I can't wait till the podcast starts, because that right there, that was the dumbest throw I had seen in a long time. I just looked, that's it. Did he really? Yeah, he did that. Okay. Game
I
on.
just don't understand why he didn't save the game altering interceptions for us. That's what I'm wondering.
Man, bump that. I'm just saying, man, dude, just take a sack. You still got 2 downs to go. You still got 2 downs to go. And
He
you
playing.
think that it's a grandiose idea to throw the ball when you halfway down on the ground to a running back that probably really wasn't expecting the ball. And then what he do? He's coming to me. He's coming to me. And what the Rams do? Catch it, get down, Super Bowl bound. Now don't get me wrong, I was cheering the whole time. But at the same time, I was thinking, yep, Jimmy, you played your last game in San Francisco. If they were thinking about keeping you, they have officially said ain't no way in the world.
Nah,
You
I'm
coming
pretty
back.
sure they played him all the way through the playoffs just so they could get rid of him. Just so they could get rid of him legitimately,
Oh, they got a
Without-
very legitimate reason.
without any arguments. I'm
What
pretty
his
sure
agent
that's
gonna say? What his agent gonna say? Hey, I think you should give Garoppolo one more time for what? Did you see the last throw he threw? Our defense played that well, and this ding dong threw the ball to the air. Cause he don't even know who he would throw. You interview
just
him right now,
slung
you ask him who you throwing. Who were you throwing to, Jimmy? Oh, dude. That's what he gonna do. Crazy.
Mm-mm.
It's Jimmy G, boys. Jimmy G.
That's why I was so excited to get to play them in the division. I'm like, surely he gonna give us the game. He at least gonna give us one opportunity to get the game.
You know who y'all really need to play? Them
Who's
Dallas
that?
Cowboys. That's who y'all
That's-
need to play.
I really want.
Y'all really should have played them. You
I was
want a
hoping.
guaranteed win? You would have had the most guaranteed win there was.
That's
The
what I was
most
hoping we'd
highest
get.
guaranteed win there was.
I don't know if it's guaranteed, but you sure roll the dice whenever you play Dallas. You roll the dice.
Okay, let's go down the team then real quick. So what Dak gonna do for you? Nothing. He gonna put up no yards, no nothing for the first 3 quarters. Then the fourth quarter, he'll come in a blaze of glory, so you look like he did something. And then if you go back and watch the game, you be like, why the heck you couldn't do this for the last 3 quarters and then wait till the fourth quarter to do it? That could have defense said, yeah, whatever, we won anyway. Now all of a sudden you putting these stats up and make yourself look good. QBR really should be negative, but now it's in the positive. Ezekiel can't run anymore. Pollard, man. Cooper don't know how to catch when he ain't playing in Dallas. And CD too busy snatching phone from his girl to really snatch the balls out the air. I don't think you had to worry about with the defense.
Mic check, mic check.
You talk like a Cowboys fan.
Hold on. Mike. Okay, cool.
Parsons. Mike.
Oh my goodness.
Mike. Parsons.
Oh my goodness.
Something wrong.
Help me.
Everybody back.
No, I don't think your dad back.
Yo, really?
And her.
We're live.
I don't think
Still a
Double
Google
Limb
it
is
yet.
back.
We probably can GPS where they at.
I'm working.
What is wrong with you?
It's Friday, man. It's Friday. This was it.
That dude different.
Completely different.
So it's been a minute since y'all heard from me, so y'all gonna hear from me tonight.
Yeah, that's exactly what's going on. That is exactly what's going on. Okay. What y'all was talking about while I was gone?
Whole lot of stuff. You was gone for a good little minute.
Relax, bro. You ain't
We was just having a conversation why Aaron Rodgers should stay his butt where he at, cause he ain't gonna win if he go to Denver.
He ain't gonna win regardless. I told you that man ain't never getting a Super Bowl.
You say
I
a
agree
lot
with
of
that.
stuff.
But he can lead. Well, here's the thing, man. You say you Green Bay Packers fan. So when I talk about Aaron Rodgers, I'm not talking about Green Bay, even though he represents Green Bay. I'm just talking about the fact that Aaron Rodgers sucks.
Nah, that's the end of the conversation there. I can't talk to you no more. Okay.
That's crazy.
I'm just saying he do, man.
That's crazy. Okay.
I'm sorry, dude. The dude had how many games he had in his field?
You just mad because you
Dude.
a Bears fan.
He only had like
No, I'm not mad about
2
that.
games in his
I understand
field
that.
in
Dude.
recent history.
You let Jimmy Garoppolo beat y'all. He
Special
let Jimmy
teams,
Garoppolo beat
Gabe.
y'all.
Special teams.
Y'all got special
Okay.
needs. That's what's going on.
Everybody did great, except for Aaron Rodgers.
They did
If
great
you ain't-
expressions.
Transcendent quarterback, then you
That's
figure out a way
crazy.
to win that game.
That's
He couldn't
crazy.
figure it out because he is Aaron Rodgers.
How is he supposed to defend
Why
a
he put
punt
that
getting
lead pep on his
kicked
name?
into another hand?
Rodgers. What was that?
How was Aaron Rodgers supposed to stop a kick getting returned for a touchdown, Gabe?
Put
Tell
it-
me how Aaron Rodgers
Put
do
it in
that.
the end
Oh, okay.
zone.
This is exactly. That's what you do. So this
He
is what
got the
Aaron Rodgers
punt
does.
from like
He
the
keeps
10-yard
the
line.
ball.
How many TDs did he
He
have,
keeps
bro?
the ball and he continues to
Bro,
move
I don't know
it
how many
every 10
TDs he had
yards.
offhand.
Y'all only scored 7, so he.
And was that by running back or by him?
Oh,
Don't matter. Wasn't enough. Never heard of him.
That's cool.
Exactamundo.
That's cool.
Yeah, it was cold too.
It'd be cold in Green Bay.
Cold.
Cold.
can we get going?
It's double
He,
M here.
hey, he probably.
Yeah,
probably
he
gonna
just
start
said let's
singing
get
something
going.
else.
It's
Okay.
9.
Station
It's almost
song.
9 o'clock. That's crazy.
I know, bro.
For real?
Blame Tiz, bro. Is Tiz here?
Nah, he probably
Y'all
like
want
he
trying to get the
EMT.
lead running, going everywhere else.
I had it.
Yeah.
Try to put that on him,
Nah,
man.
yeah, you can't
know
blame
you eat
Tiz this
chicken and
time.
watermelon.
Tiz was here.
No, bro. He
Nah,
was
he
being
wasn't, not at
Spider-Man.
first.
He was out here being the friendly.
He was the neighborhood Spider-Man.
Yeah, Straight
helping
up.
people up.
Mm-hmm. Getting cats out of trees and stuff.
That's what he should have did. Should have listened to Iron Man, but he didn't.
Start.
Game is different today.
I think Gabe got some truth serum. That must be what it is.
Gabe is lit tonight.
He's super lit. All right.
I'm just loving y'all guys, man. That's all.
Oh yeah, he got. Oh, what that is?
Oh, I know that ain't what I think it is.
Is everybody here? I mean, y'all ready?
Yeah.
Okay, let me do the
Yeah,
intro.
boss man.
Let me run the intro.
Hold on. I didn't hear Double M say anything.
I asked you 3 times, dude.
We're just talking about when we just asked, bro. That's all I was talking about.
That's all, man. I'm running the intro.
Chapter systems are offline. Anonymous. I'm in the mood. We can get it poppin' to be
Yo, what's good, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Sports Talk and everything in between. It's been way too long, but we back, so don't worry about it. Long as we back, don't worry about it. I'm going to get straight into it. Last time, well, not even really last time, earlier in the episode, y'all really just listened to us talk about what we thought was going to happen. And now we finna talk about, with hindsight, what actually happened. But first, I'm going to go ahead and introduce my co-host. First and foremost, Double M. Say what up to the people.
What it do, baby?
Joe.
What it do?
Joe, say what up to the people.
Here, of course, gotta have number 2.
Gabe, say what up to the people.
Check my check. 1 2 1 2. I know what we gonna do.
Friendly neighborhood kids. I know, man. I thought we was gonna get through it, bro. Friendly neighborhood tears. Say what up to the people.
Oh, no, that must be trademarked or something.
Yeah, man. He gonna get his copyright took down. The whole show shut down because he want to be special. As always, if y'all got your own podcast, you want to get started, go ahead and go to podbean.com/sports talk to get your first month free on unlimited podcast hosting. Go ahead, try it out. Get your podcast on all of the podcast aggregators like Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, iHeartRadio, all the stuff, Stitcher Radio, whatever you want. Your podcast broadcast on. Get your first month free, dog. Hit that link in the description. And with that being said, I'm gonna give a quick little recap and then we're gonna get into it because it's a lot to get into. But we're not even gonna get into everything we want to get into because we just trying to get through the episode. You heard me? Alright, listen. Super Bowl predictions from last episode. From yours truly, I predicted Pittsburgh and LA would meet. Wrong. But LA did make it. I did predict that Pittsburgh was gonna be on top, but they was on top of their graveyard because they're dead. Joe predicted Patriots, Packers with the pack on top.
Yeah.
No, I think not. And wrong. Double M pictured Tennessee and Tampa Bay with the Titans on top. Wrong. And Gabe,
Asterisk on there, though, baby.
you said what now?
That asterisk was my second.
I ain't put an asterisk for this one right there. I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, my goodness. Okay.
I'm just saying what I got on my notes. I'm just saying. Gabe,
What was the asterisk? I don't remember the asterisk.
I don't either because I don't have it wrote down.
No, I said Cincinnati.
Oh, yeah, I do remember that.
Okay, thank you.
I don't remember it, but it is funny. Gabe got Kansas City and LA with LA on top. Wrong, but LA did make it. And finally, who is that?
What?
I guess we got special guests. Tens picked Tennessee and Tampa Bay with the Titans on top. Nobody was 100% right, but me and Gabe did pick LA to make it at the very least for the wild card round. I picked Las Vegas. Everybody else picked Cincy. Cincy is representing the AFC, so everybody was right. New England, Buffalo. Me and Gabe had Buffalo, and it was just so crazy for us to pick up Buffalo. But it was a blowout. Philly, Tampa. I picked Tampa. Gabe picked Tampa. Double M picked Tampa. Tiz picked Tampa by 21. And Joe picked Philly. For whatever reason.
Because I didn't want them to win. But it's all good. I won in the end. It's fine.
Did you really though? I mean, did you really know what you was?
I did, bro. I did.
I
don't have to worry about him ever.
I guess, bro. You got bigger things to worry about, though. We gonna talk about that later. San Fran, Dallas. I picked San Fran by 21. Double M picked San Fran by 14. Everybody else picked Dallas. Everybody else was wrong. Pittsburgh, Kansas City. Pittsburgh lost. Me and Double M picked Pittsburgh. Everybody else picked Kansas City. She said by 17. It is what it is. Arizona, LA. Me and Gabe picked LA. Everybody else picked Arizona. That's tough. For the divisional round, Double M had Tennessee, San Fran, Buffalo, and Tampa. And the only one that made it out of that was San Fran. Same thing. Not same thing with me. I picked Tennessee, San Fran, KC with a bunch of asterisks. And LA. San Fran made it. LA made it. The other two. Oh, no. Kansas City made it. Kansas City made it. That's when they played Buffalo. And I picked Kansas City. I picked Tennessee, but that didn't happen. Joe picked Cincy, Green Bay, Buffalo, and LA. LA and Cincy made it. Green Bay and Buffalo didn't. And Tiz picked Tennessee, Green Bay, KC, and Tampa. Only one that won was KC. And for the conference championships, everybody went 50-50. Double M picked San Fran and Cincy. Only Cincy made it. Everybody else picked KC and LA. Only LA made it. So, with that being said, in 1 week, we get Super Bowl, 56? And boy, do we have a game ahead of us. Cincinnati, for the first time. And LA. Was it that first time going to the Super Bowl?
No, I think they have one.
It's definitely the first time in a long time.
30 years ago they went.
They went.
Yeah, it's been,
They haven't won. They win.
Gotcha.
And you were alive.
No.
No, he wasn't.
Yeah, what
No.
are you talking about? Bro? What are you talking about? And LA.
That's why you need to Google it.
That's crazy. I can't stand you, dude.
Hey, that's my saying going forward.
No, so now that I set the stage, I want everybody to account for themselves. Because everybody team out. Now, Gabe, this is not as big on you because, your team didn't make it to the playoffs or nothing like that. But, Tiz, how you feel about how the Cowboys got eliminated? Talk to us. I know you had time to heal. You know what I'm saying? Tell us about what's on your mind.
Too little, too late. They allowed San Francisco to get too far ahead. Then decided to want to play late third, early fourth, and the last series with time running out, common sense and ball management should have been key, and they shot themselves in the foot. I wasn't happy with the way it went down. It is what it is. Live and learn.
I thought it was hilarious. Now, I do want to quickly get everybody's thoughts on how do y'all think the last play went down? I think it's stupid to scramble, but past that, with the ref setting the ball and running into deck, I want to get your thoughts on it. First off, with a Cowboys hater, Double M, what did you think about that play? I know they shouldn't be in that position, so don't harp on that. But just that play of the ref, I know it's kind of old news, but I know I do specifically want us to talk about it. So, what you think, Double M?
I don't fault him.
Fault who?
I don't fault the ref. He trying to get to the spot. Dallas knew they shouldn't have been lining up. That's football 101. Hand the ball to the ref.
I mean,
he got it. I mean, but he got to touch it. He has to put it in place. They can't put it where they think it ought to be. You got to let the man through. So I don't fault him.
I mean, he ran in.
So double M.
Oh, this is what I wanted.
I saw the ref behind the play. I didn't see the refs in front of or on the side of the play so that they could give it to the ref. Did it matter which one had to do it, or just give or
Yeah,
what?
it matters.
Okay.
Yeah, the umpire
Okay.
has to touch it.
The umpire
And he
has
was the
to
one
touch
behind
ball.
the play that had to run up to go do it.
Yeah.
Right, he's the one. He's the one.
That was what I didn't know.
So I don't blame him. I blame,
Right.
first of all, your head coach. He should know better. Dallas's whole problem is a lack of discipline. They were the most penalized team in the league. If you supposed to, and even just listening to ex-football players talk, that's why Chase Claypool took so much heat, because they work on those scenarios. You hand the ball to the ref, and they decided to line up and try to spike the ball. He trying to get there. He got to get through the line. What did you want him to do? Run around it?
But I just think that him running into Dak is a bad look. It's a bad look.
They shouldn't have been in the way.
So I'm not trying to jump ahead, but just follow me with this. Was it the Kansas City game or the other one where that similar situation happened and the ref got through with no problems, and somebody in the broadcast booth referred back to the Dallas game and said this is how it was supposed to go? Do y'all remember that?
Yeah.
Okay, but here's the thing, and possibly why he got through. When he ran into Dallas, yeah, he hit Dak, but the center had to move over to his left. So he wasn't even lined up in the right place.
Mm-hmm.
He had to step over. He had to step over to the left for them to be set. So he wasn't, that's what I'm saying. The fact that they put the ball down themselves and they were all out of whack.
Oh, okay, got you. Okay. I know it was a screwed up play. I just, but Dallas put themselves in that spot by screwing up earlier in the game. So be that as
There
you may,
go.
yeah. You can't
They
can't
put
blame that
themselves
one
in.
play for loss of the game. I understand that.
Well,
See, and then
where I wanted to direct the conversation though is how much onus do you give on the ref? Because I think from opening kickoff at the beginning of the season up until now, the refs have been like a topic of conversation. They've been historically bad this year in the past couple of years. So I'm just wondering if in this situation, is there anything you could see like putting any onus on the ref?
No. May I say one thing, please?
Yeah, Gabe. Yeah, I want everybody in on this.
It's Dak's fault. That's why. It ain't no ref fault. It's Dak's fault. This ain't Dak's fault. Dak need to have enough sense. You get paid $74 million up front, and you telling me you ain't got enough wherewithal to know that I only got a few seconds left on this last drive to possibly tie the game and win. So I really need to try to run 14 yards. I need to get the first down and get my butt down and get a ball to the ref so I can spike it. This is common sense. You get paid $74 million. You don't know how to do that? Somebody needs to deduct your check for the day. Is that fault? Ain't no ref fault. Ref did exactly what they're supposed to do. Ref ain't supposed to be trying to win the game for Dallas. Dallas need to figure out how to win the game for themselves.
I can't necessarily.
You know what though, Gabe?
I remember. Hey, listen, hold on, time out. Deducted from his shit? I don't think so. Cause like I remember I was working at Coke one time. Hey, that forklift caught a corner of a pallet and we lost like 74 cases of Coke. They ain't taking out my check, so they ain't taking out of mine. Only take it out of deck. People make mistakes, Gabe. It's just what it is.
Not the Coca-Cola.
If you get paid $74 million and you call
Get a comparison of Coke to Dak.
I'm just saying people make mistakes and y'all looking at the wrong person. That's
$74 million. You don't get paid to make a mistake. You at the highest level. You ain't allowed to make a mistake.
No, you reset the market. Like that's just what it is.
Hey, but Gabe, this is the only problem I have with that. Dallas played a game earlier in the year when they was. I mean, time management has been a problem for them.
Yep,
That's not Dak's fault. That's the coaches.
it's definitely the coach. How many games
He
has Dallas
wanted
lost because of time management?
right. He wanted to call a timeout. He looked at the sideline and they said no, and that cost Dallas one game. This is the exact same situation. So if games before they're not willing to call timeouts, and if they don't give him the latitude to do it, you can't blame him.
They didn't have any timeouts, but they could have had timeouts.
No, what I'm saying is when they got there, they could have. The coaches could have told him to spike the ball. They got an awesome kicker. He already in field goal range.
Mr. Double M.
So is
I'm gonna say
McCarthy
this.
gone?
No.
No.
Nah, he ain't gone. Okay,
Nope.
I
Sorry,
got
Seth,
this one
gonna stick
question, Mr.
around.
Double M. Does the coach play the game, or does Dak Prescott play the game? Because I don't think
Prescott
McCarthy
plays
was
the
out there
game.
running with the ball.
Yeah, but he
I don't
controls.
think.
He
I don't
controls the
think
team.
McCarthy. No. We know Jerry Jones controls the thinking. McCarthy
Yeah, but Jerry ain't
but
on the
Jerry
side.
Jones went on
That's
sideline.
the point.
Exactly.
Gabe,
Everybody.
I would almost be with you, but how many coaches the Bears have had in the past 5 seasons? Don't you think y'all have a team
I
that
think
could?
two.
Don't y'all think y'all can have a team?
2 or 3.
And you know what's crazy? In the past, let me see, 1969. That's 40. In the past 42 years, Pittsburgh done had 3. So I think coaching got a bit to do with it, bro.
Coaching matters in the NFL.
It absolutely does.
It matters.
I get that, but a player, what do they say? It's any given Saturday, and you play to win the game.
Okay,
Dak
but
Prescott gets paid $70+ million to win a game, so
I
he
understand.
gets paid enough to go over the stupidity of the coach, in my opinion. I get, hey, they should have probably never been down, time management, blah, blah, blah. Here's the one thing I'm going to counter with all that. And I'm going to go back to, they call him Joe. What was the problem with Aaron Rodgers? They were saying that every time his coach called a play, he was audible out the play. And this was a couple years ago. So that means Dak has enough free will when he's sitting under the center to audible. So Dak was in agreement with that play, which means he shares culpability with that coach. Because personally, which means he should have known, okay, he called his play, where do I need to get to, how many seconds I got, and how do I need to get down. You get paid $74 million, you should have all that lined up in your head. You're the quarterback for a reason. That's all I'm saying on that.
Gabe, everybody doesn't have that freedom to call plays like that. Every quarterback in the league does not have that freedom. Dak is one of
The
them.
audible out of a play? You telling me Dak can't audible out of a play?
But if they're Kellen Moore called plays on the sideline under the direction of Mike McCarthy. He's not like Aaron, who could possibly call his plays, and that don't work all the time. But that's why they lost. He was so mad about
That's not why they
year.
lost.
Yes, last year, Joe, when Aaron wanted to go and they wanted to kick the field goal. So the coaches have the last say. And if you're playing with, if Dallas is as undisciplined, Jerry Jones even says it himself, they are not a disciplined football team. So whenever pressure is on, that lack of discipline is going to show up. All you have to do is look at the difference between them and Kansas City against Buffalo.
Yeah, but then I could give you another example of looking at that will go contradictory to what you just said. In the game that happened with San Francisco, they were disciplined. They played a very formidable game. And who lost the game for them? Jimmy G, who thought he was throwing to somebody who didn't even know the ball was coming to him. He lost. So, my thing is, I'm not disagreeing with what you're saying. I'm saying gets paid enough money to audible out of that play.
If he don't
How
have
much
the
you get
freedom,
paid does
though,
not
Gabe,
dictate you like what rights you have. That's just what he get paid. Like we don't know we don't actually know what their offensive system is. I think Kellen Moore is the one that calls plays. I think Dak has audible out of plays, but if we really try to look at just this one particular instance, when he snapped the ball to spike it, it was 1 second and then it was 0. He might have thought he had enough time for one more play. I think scrambling was kind of dumb, but you don't even get in that situation if you have correct time management skills. Like there was a timeout. They last timeout that they called, I feel like was completely unnecessary because they ended up getting the ball back anyway. So, I mean, I think it goes either way. I really wanted to focus on the refs because it just looked bad. Even if it ain't his fault, it looked bad. Yes, he had to get around the center, but he ran into Dak. He ran into Dak, and he was quite a bit ways backwards on the play. It seemed like he got caught up watching the game, like on the screen, when you know you got to hustle and play. But this is not a Dallas Cowboys podcast. We definitely finna move on. But Joe, I never got your thoughts on it. Then we gonna move on. What did you think about that scenario?
Keep it sweet and simple. I don't think it was the ref's fault. I definitely think the Dallas spotted it wrong. They was in the way a little bit more. They should have allowed room. If not allowed room, they should have at least gotten out of the way so he could do it right. The ref is what I mean. And they ended up costing themselves the game by doing it wrong and not allowing the ref room to be able to do his job. Get out the way.
And lastly, I think you should call a fake spike on that play because he did get to snap it. Fake it, throw it down the field. CD, Amari, somebody get that. All right, next. What was I doing? Oh yeah, everybody taking accountability. So Joe, it's next year time. Everybody taking accountability. What happened to your team? Because you said it was your year. You said, hey, bro, I'm trying. Go Pack, go. What's going on, bro? The cheese got moldy, bro. What's going on?
And I could never imagine that special teams would have such an impact in a game, and yet I was stunned watching the game, agape and in disappointment as I continually watch special teams allow the 49ers to be in that game. I was utterly disappointed. Of course, I was disappointed we didn't put more points up after Jimmy Garoppolo throwing all them picks, but at the same time, like, you gonna have a block kick and a blocked punt and let them return that for a touchdown? That's not how you win games. It was an embarrassing loss all around. Can't say too much else about it.
That's suck, bro. Y'all suck, bro. Aaron is out of there, bro. He's out of there.
I ain't come here to argue about this. I'm not gonna do that.
It's funny because you did come here to argue.
I didn't come here to argue.
You did, bro.
I didn't, bro.
It's in your contract, bro. Read it.
Bro, I don't have a contract.
Yes, you do, bro. I emailed it. I keep waiting for you to see it. Now, next, I'm going to hold Double M to the 5, so I don't have to. Double M, what happened to the Steelers, man?
hey, I'm not mad. They had low expectations anyway.
Yo, relax.
I'm not mad at all.
Listen, I am furious. Hey, listen, all right, cool, Double M, I'm up. We gave them a quarter and a half of the best football they had ever played against. Let me tell you something. Let me tell y'all something. We did that for that quarter and a half. Kept them zilch. Patty Mahomes was a Patty Melt under pressure. It was fire on them. They would snap the ball. Smatter that. The defense showed up for that quarter and a half. They called me a madman. The final score does not indicate what happened in that game. But that first quarter and a half, that defense smattered it out. They did it. They did it. They did that. I love that. But the only reason they couldn't keep it up is because that big lumbering buffoon under center in his last game, he didn't care. He did not care. And get out! Get out, Ben. Get out.
Who are you talking about?
Ben Roethlisberger.
Oh.
It's his fault. It's his fault. Deontay Johnson, them tennis balls ain't doing nothing for you. Quit doing that. Stop playing catch with the tennis balls. If you don't do like Steph Curry and Jameis Winston and just get the LASIK surgery, just get the LASIK, bro. The tennis ball is not activating your eyes, bro. It's not your super soldier serum. It ain't it. That boy didn't drop nothing all season, and he led the league in drops last year. So you getting in the games that matter and want to revert to your old ways. They say everybody got a plan till they get punched in the face, and they must have been smacking him up at the line. Because his plan, it just wasn't it. And specifically, that man is the reason I lost $100. Deontay Johnson, I'm gonna trade you for a quarterback.
Hey, you know why the defense
No, I'm not done.
Jimmy G available.
I'm not
Man,
done.
please.
I'm not done. Let me tell you something. When Pittsburgh beat Arizona in the Super Bowl, I shed tears. I was in 5th grade. That was the happiest I'd ever been. Ben, you gave me so many great moments. I remember in 1st grade when he beat Seattle in the first Super Bowl. Oh, man. I remember the catch. Santonio Holmes. Oh, it's too many blood. It's crazy. I remember watching, even though they never won nothing, but Big Ben, Antonio Brown, and Bell, the 3 Bs. Bzz, it was crazy. But with that being said, we appreciate you, Ben. That was a Hall of Fame career. Now get out! Get out! I don't care. He officially announced it, and if you don't want to go in the Hall of Fame with Brady, then just come back, but don't come back here. Go sign a 10-day with Jacksonville or somebody. Go do that. But don't show your face ever again in this stadium, boy. Get out! That's the only reason we lost. That defense, they was just tired, bro. Everybody tired, bro. We can only do so much. They was tired. It got cold. And Patrick Mahomes, I like you, but your brother's cringy and he's lame. Your family's corny, Patrick. Corny. You work too much for them to be acting like that.
Maybe they're acting like that because he's worth that much, bro.
I'm not done. Tyreek Hill, somebody go knock your block off. You keep running like that, you gonna come across the wrong one. Knock your block off. And Travis Kelce, he throwing touchdowns now. All right. They just felt like they could do whatever they wanted. But don't y'all forget, we had them boys in that first quarter and a half. If we can get somebody halfway competent, give me Ryan Tannehill, give me Jimmy G, give me anybody. Anybody under the age of 33, just give them to me. Because Ben, I'm sick of playing teams and Ben. I can't play both of them. That's the only reason. You hear me? That's the only reason we lost. And we gonna be back. They said we wasn't nothing. They said we was the worst undefeated team in history. They said a lot of stuff, but we always in it. I'm trying to figure it out. And Cincinnati, y'all gonna get smattered in the Super Bowl. So I ain't really trying to hear that from y'all. I don't even.
That sound real familiar, T. That sound real familiar.
I don't
Y'all
care what it
always in
sound
it.
like. I don't care what it sound like. Joe.
Y'all always in it, T.
Joe. Joe. Like, I ain't worried about it. Because that offensive line is horrendous. I don't care who take it away, but somebody take it away. I'm going to the bathroom.
You gotta at least move it on to the next topic. What was the next topic?
The next topic, Super Bowl. What, man?
You don't blame Pittsburgh's weak offensive line for nothing?
No, not if he jumping back and falling off of his own weight. He's fat. He can't do anything. Joe Brady got sacked 9 times in one. Now I don't care about the offensive line.
That Cincinnati team shoulder is different. How you get hit that many times and still think about winning the game? That's kind of crazy. I'm not gonna lie.
You must ain't watched Joe Burrow.
No, I definitely have. I'm just wondering how you can do that. Like,
look at him. You must not watch. No, Tennessee sucks.
Tennessee had a good little pass rush, but
I'm talking about just that one game. If you watch his career, even in college, you would know why he plays like that.
I don't care about him. I don't like him.
I'm talking to Joe.
I don't care. That's my brother.
Go to the bathroom, man.
Dude, but you said to move the next topic on.
And we start talking about Joe Burrow.
Joe Burrow. Who y'all got for the Super Bowl, man? Go ahead, make your picks. I'll be back.
Double M, you first, because you always know the right answer.
Cincinnati.
I can see why you would say that, although I don't think it's gonna happen.
Why is that?
They got that seemingly unstoppable offense. Joe Burrow is making it do what it do lately. He's been doing what it takes. They've been coming back in the fourth. They've been holding it down just enough to get the wins, and they've been taking down pretty impressive teams. I don't think the Rams defense is gonna give it up like that.
I mean, 100% support you.
Well, you know what? I will tell you this. A stat I saw on him today. In big
Joe Burrow?
Yeah. In big games that matter, postseason and all that, in college and the pros, he's undefeated.
That's not too surprising. There's a lot of quarterbacks that start off like that. This is only really his second year, and in his first year he was injured.
That's what I'm saying. This is really the dude don't get rattled. I mean, you look at him and you say, okay, he a 2-year player, but actually he has a mature level on him because he's older. He's not a young guy. I think he's a year older than Patrick Mahomes.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I don't think he's going to be out here getting rattled or anything.
Do you really count him as a 2-year player when he didn't play last year?
Huh?
Can you really count him as a 2-year player when he didn't play last year? He got hurt early on in the season and was done.
Yeah, no, I don't count him as a 2-year player.
Okay.
I mean, technically he's been in the league 2 years, but I don't count him as a 2-year player.
Okay.
Plus,
I will say late reserve judgment to next year for him when we actually got tape on him.
I don't think he's the type to get rattled or anything.
Super Bowl.
I don't think he's the type that's going to get rattled, but I just don't think that the Rams are going to leave him on his feet long enough to complete enough touchdowns to put up with Stafford. When Stafford want to, he could play just fine. He can throw a pick or two, but he can definitely play just fine. Between him, Cooper Kupp, Van Jefferson, and Odell, they're going to put up enough points to where the defense go upside Joe Burrow's head a couple times, and they're going to be able to be in the game. I think the Rams got it.
I mean, they don't.
I think OBJ is going to be crazy in the Super Bowl. He's out to make a point, and he's going to do it.
So let me ask you something. Okay, suppose Kansas City would have made it. Y'all still taking the Rams?
No, I actually would have took. I would say this. I'm I feel more comfortable choosing the Rams to win because Cincinnati's there than I would have if Kansas was there. And the reason being, I get what you're saying with him not being rattled, but Patrick Mahomes did it what last 3 years. He been in the AFC the last 4 years. He been playing these major games. It's in his DNA now, and he just this year he just thought he could just take chances with everything. But I'm at the side with Double M. I mean, Stafford is legit. If we go back and look at the last two games, the only reason the Rams did not blow Tampa Bay out is because of them fumbles. And then this last game, Stafford threw one to Cooper Kupp, who easily could have been in the 10-yard line, possibly a touchdown. He dropped it. And then that Saskatchewan dude, whoever it was in the end zone and dropped the touchdown.
Did you call him?
And Stafford put
That's
those
what he
on
did.
the
He
money.
said that.
What you saying, man? So, you. Okay,
Okay.
I'm gonna say this. This is like my biggest thing with this the Super Bowl. Everybody's been riding OBJ as far as like the analysts and everything because what they say, his first game he went down to Miami and party. Instead he came to the Tundra and he didn't had a good showing. Okay, fine, he didn't have a good showing. It is what it is. It happened. It's a whole different game. He done made this far. He not dropping no balls. He ain't dropping nothing in the Super Bowl. He coming. He
Okay,
coming.
but wait. You know what? I like Matthew Stafford. I've always liked Matthew Stafford.
Mm-hmm.
You got to keep in mind, this is his first Super Bowl too. And I'm telling you, I would trust Joe Burrow better than him, more than him.
The only thing that Matthew Stafford has that Joe Burrow ain't got right now is the defense, and that's why I trust Matthew Stafford more. Matthew Stafford may make some mistakes.
No slouch, though, Joe.
You said what?
Their defense is no slouch.
You talking about Cincinnati's?
Yeah.
Yeah, that may be true, but Rams were literally built defense out. Like, they started with the defense and they blew up from there. Like, the Rams defense can never be ignored, and I feel like it's gonna have the biggest impact. They gonna have to make a point in going upside Joe Burrow's head because there ain't no way that a prolific defense is gonna allow a quarterback with this type of offensive line to be able to do whatever he wants.
Yeah,
no matter how good you are.
The key is not Joe Burrow. The key is Joe Mixon.
I don't think they're gonna be able to run the ball like that either, though.
Yeah, I mean, the key is Joe Mixon. I mean, Joe Burrow's gonna play a big part. They play for him. They're gonna have to put Ramsey on Chase if they do. Which Ramsey is the best corner they have. They put Ramsey on Chase. That's fine. If he
I don't think they're gonna do that though.
They're gonna have to.
No, I would. Okay, let me interject this for a moment. Let's go back to what they did to San Francisco. Debo wasn't doing nothing when it came to running. So I can definitely see Joe Mixon may want to get started, but they gonna put all the cojones on Joe Burrow. Now that sets up, like you said, Chase. I would not put Ramsey on Chase. I'll put Ramsey on the other one. Start with H.
On T. Higgins.
And I would do double coverage on Jamar Chase. Whatever side he go, you blanket him with two DBs. One under, one over. That shuts him out of the way. And then you let Ramsey follow Higgins wherever he go. So you didn't, in essence, force Joe Burrow to play his other receivers and make them beat you.
But that's what I'm saying.
And you think about it, that's what Bill Belichick always did. When Darrell Reeves was there, Ty Law, Stephon Gilmore, Every now and then they would play the one, but most of the time Bill Belichick would have them blanket the two. His best cornerback will always be on the second best receiver, and he will always double the first one.
But you do understand they have three good receivers, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
I
forgot about
get
Tyler
that.
Boyd.
You forgot about
Yeah,
Boyd.
but yeah, I get that, but you you got Higgins, you got Chase out the way, so you got Boyd. Boyd's got to be enough of a good receiver to get where he needs to go. But for Von Mill, Aaron Donald, what's the guy with the F? I forgot his name. Start with F. Gets to the quarterback, and they are coming.
Yeah,
I
but they
expect the Rams just to bull rush that whole game. I literally expect them just to bull rush. McVay just gonna tell them, y'all rush. That's all y'all do.
yeah,
I
but
don't
the
need
thing
y'all going back
about
in
it,
coverage and
Gabe,
then just bull rush.
is teams that are trying to play like that. Any one of them three receivers can have a big game. That's
You
how
don't need
good
it.
they are.
Okay.
It's not just Chase. He gets the highlight because whenever he has a big game, he has a big game. But all three of them have had they alternate with big games. He's not just locked in on one person. They talk about him and Chase because they played college together.
Let me tell you
And
something.
then that's not to mention Uzama or
It
whatever
don't
his
matter.
name is.
It do not matter what receivers they got, cause Aaron Donald finna eat his lunch all
Yep.
day.
I agree.
Okay.
If Tennessee sacked him 9 times, Aaron Donald finna have 6 sacks by himself.
I agree.
Tennessee sacked him 9 times and they lost.
But they ain't had Aaron Donald.
But they ain't got a quarterback. Come on. Ryan Tannehill is not a quarterback.
Well, technically he is, but I mean, you know.
Nah, he ain't. He a receiver that went the quarterback. That's what he is.
That's tough.
So who did everybody pick?
Me and Gabe got the Rams. Double M got Cincy.
What about Tiz?
Tiz.
He got the Cowboys. That's who he got.
I'm gonna ride with Cincy, but I'm gonna pull a double M. I want Cincy to win, but I would understand if the Rams pull it off. But my first mindset is to go with Cincinnati. I think for the deficiency that they may have on offense, the defense is going to be able to shore up and be able to stop Stafford and company. But I wouldn't be surprised if Kupp has a good game and goes berserk. But he's going to have a really good game. So I'm gonna pull a double M. I'm gonna take Cincy, but I'm gonna give me the asterisk for LA.
Wait for the key word. You gotta say asterisk. That's what it is. You gotta say asterisk.
Yeah. Y'all pull it all the time. That's it.
Okay, I'm gonna officially make my pick LA. I was heavy on LA early in the year. As soon as they got Stafford, I've been saying it all year. And Pittsburgh not there to stop them. So I'm gonna go LA for the simple fact that defense win championships, and this is 1,000% a lopsided defensive matchup. LA got way too many weapons on both ends of the ball. Their offensive line is atrocious. They sub out the right guard like every other play. And Aaron Donald finna give somebody the blues. Not to mention, Von Miller just stepped it up. The other defensive line, I don't know his name, but he go crazy too. They do have a decent guard. I ain't really super big on Jalen Ramsey, but he do his thing. It is what it is. And nah, man, Sean McVay done been there before. He went down to the wire with Bill Belichick and Zach Taylor. Never heard of him. So I'm going with. I gotta go with LA. Y'all want to predict scores?
Gosh.
I got 28-17. LA.
21-17. LA.
I think it's going to be 35-28 Cincinnati.
Okay. 25-28.
28,
35.
28-21 Cincinnati.
Let's see. 35-28. T, as you said, what now?
28-21 Cincinnati.
Joe, you said
21-17, I believe.
and Gabe, what you say?
I'm gonna say the Rams gonna win 24-7. Cincinnati scoring but one touchdown.
Oh my goodness.
Gabe, you need to just go ahead and log off right now.
I'm trying to think. Oh my
You
goodness.
killing me, but you need to log off.
I'll tell you who is logging off.
Rams by 21 points, hands down.
That's crazy. All right, that's our Super Bowl episode. Yeah, yes sir. It was beautiful. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yes sir. T is signing off. We got one topic to talk about, and then we'll just go ahead and end this episode right here, because they'll have a whole bunch of content. Because I'm compiling last episode with this one. T, is you gone?
No, I'm here. Go ahead.
Okay, last topic. A week before the Super Bowl. Well, one thing, Tom Brady retired. All right, cool, whatever. I mean, bye, good riddance. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Anybody got
Boo.
Boo! Anybody got words for Brady?
Deuces.
Good riddance.
Adios. Come on, Double M. That's Brady #1 fan. What's going on?
No, I'm not his #1 fan, but I do respect the man for how he plays the position. So,
Garbage.
hey, until somebody gets 7,
It's not about the.
that's what I say.
It's not about the rings. Gabe. All right. Brian Flores.
Let's give Tom Brady his respect.
No.
He got more championships than teams got championships.
Mute
Let's
him.
include
Mute
the
him.
black
I'm working on
and
it.
gold Steelers. I'm just
That's
saying.
what Pittsburgh got 6.
Point blank.
Mr. Douglas.
The Pittsburgh Steelers, Brady would be inducted in the Hall of Fame for the
Server.
Pittsburgh Steelers.
All right. Nah, I'm unmuted. You're muted. Gabe, you still spitting that ridiculousness? Or are you done?
It's not my fault. Because Tom Brady is better than the Pittsburgh Steelers by himself.
Oh, he's still all right.
Man, you know what? That's just the sound of a wounded person because they don't have a 1. So,
Gabe didn't start watching football until this season, so I don't really want to hear it.
he just a hater. That's
Nah,
it.
I'm gonna tell you the truth. I didn't start watching football until 2004 or 5, one of the two, and that's when I got a PlayStation and I played ESPN NFL, and I did the franchise mode, and I actually understood what football was then.
I ain't never heard.
Oh,
I know it's
Lord.
old. Google it.
ESPN
Google
Oh,
it.
football?
Lord.
It's on there.
You're playing
Google it.
Where he buy
Nah,
that
I was
from?
playing ESPN.
He was a
Hey,
game
this was
exchange.
before Madden got the exclusive contract. It's a legit game. Google it. It's on Google. ESPN, you see how they
Nah,
on football games.
Tell me where I can get the book. I need the book.
I need
Dude,
to
you
I
ever
need the
believe I
ESPN.
still got the
I
CD
need the
and the
book.
cartridge.
Which
see you
library
put your CD in the
branch do I need
got
to go
both of them.
to?
Yeah, bro.
Which library branch do I need to
You
go
don't
to
need
get
Joe,
this?
I
man?
got it for
What
you.
time-
Give me your address. I will send you the CD that you used to put into the PlayStation that you blew and you shut and you rubbed on your shirt if it had a scratch, and then you put it back in and you
Some
play the
real
game.
Ghetto activities you talking
Don't
about.
don't explain that to us like we don't know what that's about, Gabe. We did that because we was googling stuff, so we was with that.
Y'all
Yeah.
to know
Google
that,
told-
man.
Google told
No,
you to
y'all
wipe
watch
it on your shirt.
YouTube on how it works. No, we had to figure that out. That was before Google was invented. See, we used our brains back then,
Now
not our button on our phone.
You see what happened after y'all use y'all brains? Then Google was like, "Hey, people using their brains, so let's tell everybody else how to do it." Also, that's how Google works. It tells the general population the hacks and the easy ways to do things. You should try it out.
Not just the quickest way to do things. Why are we? You tried to figure out what was going on with the game. You had to put it out. Is it scratched? Let me make sure. Will alcohol work? I know you tried all kind of different remedies because I did too.
See, can I rub this on my shirt or will it mess up the CD?
Do it gotta be cotton? Do it gotta be 100?
Can we get to the topic before I go, please?
I used to get my ties.
Let's get on the topic.
Brian Flores is suing the NFL for racism.
What?
Yeah, racism. Discrimination because he's a black man.
Not during Black History Month.
It's right in the middle of Black History Month. Right in the middle. It's ridiculous. I'm going to read this excerpt and then we're going to talk about it. It says, Brian Flores has sued the NFL and 3 teams alleging racism in hiring practices. According to the lawsuit, Flores was scheduled to interview with the Broncos in 2019. However, GM John Elway and CEO Joe Ellis showed up an entire hour late to the interview, completely disheveled, as it was obvious they had been drinking heavily the night before. It was clear the Broncos never had any intention to consider Flores as a legitimate candidate for the job. Dolphins owner Stephen Ross offered Flores $100,000 for each loss in 2019 so they can get a better draft pick. Ross got upset when they kept winning down the stretch, leading them getting the number 5 pick when Joe Burrow went number 1. After the 2019 season, Dolphins owner Stephen Ross pressured Flores to recruit a prominent QB in violation of the NFL tampering rules. Ross invited Flores onto a yacht for lunch, which ended up being a secret meeting between Flores and the prominent QB. According to a leaked source, this QB was, in fact, Tom Brady. Flores refused the meeting and left immediately. Flores was later fired after back-to-back winning seasons. In January 2022, Flores interviewed for the Giants' head coaching job, unaware they had already selected a white Brian DeBall. The Giants would have gotten away with it if this Bill Belichick hadn't mistakenly disclosed it to Flores via text messaging. What do y'all think about this? Tiz, I'm going to start with you because you finna leave.
So, I realized that this dear coach has shot himself in the foot. He won't coach again in the NFL. However, I think he's opened up a door that probably will get investigated by the league as to if he'll be able to win this lawsuit. I think if there's any win, it won't be disclosed. It'll be behind closed doors is what he's able to get. But he ain't coaching again.
Oh.
I would probably say there's also some merit to what he's got going on. I would believe that there would be some merit to it, but it's going to be difficult to be able to prove just because of the system that he's dealing with.
Gabe, what do you think?
All right, you got the text message. That's all I need. But he can prove it in court if you really want to. But they're going to sell it out just like they did with Kaepernick. But let's go bigger. I mean, I'm looking for all the social justice reform people. Where they at? You got facts. You got proof. I mean, you always talking about changing. Let's change this. No, you're not. Because you're going to still watch football. Because you get paid off of it when you bet on it. So, 2 cents. Long story short, they did it. It's a good boys club. It ain't finna change. Now unless Congress or somebody get into it, but they did it. And he gonna win it. Via settlement. And the NFL ain't gonna admit no fault whatsoever. But hey, if you're not gonna coach again, at least you get paid not to.
Double M.
I think with the Giants, that's too incriminating as far as that goes. So I know he's suing the league as a whole, but in the separate suits against them, the Giants and the Dolphins, he'll probably win those. I think the Broncos might be too hard to prove. I listened to his lawyers talk yesterday, and they have evidence as far as what happened with the Dolphins, and then the text messages with the Giants. The league itself, I mean, initially I thought that he was probably done, but he's a finalist for the Houston Texans.
They ain't gonna touch him.
I don't know.
Houston.
I don't know. I'm not.
I think they're gonna treat him like they did Kaepernick. He'll get a lot of news, but ain't nobody gonna touch him because of the backlash that you'll get.
I mean, that's a possibility, but he actually sent emails to the teams that they knew that he was gonna pursue that.
Okay.
So it's not like they're in the dark or this just hit them. He sent those
Right.
emails before he even filed it. And then he still got an interview with New Orleans, but he is a finalist for Houston. So I'm not going. After I listen to his lawyers, I'm not going to rule out that he's done. It's a possibility. I wouldn't be surprised if he was, but I'm not just going to say that he is.
Okay.
Didn't Houston just fire a black coach?
Yeah. Now, you know what? I'm glad you said that, Joe, because he needs to get into the suit.
Who?
David Cullen. He needs to join that suit because he had to know that he was a 1-year deal. He had to know that.
Which coach was this?
Houston coach.
They never had no intention to keep him. They just did that to try to keep Deshaun Watson.
We also talked about that on last episode, how they were saying that, you know, he righted the ship. If he righted the ship, would you let him go for?
So
He did his job. Let him keep his job.
I mean, he needs to join. Oh, you know, Hugh Jackson has joined that suit, right?
He talking about joining it. He
I thought Hugh Jackson filed a separate suit. He's joined that same suit.
ain't
From
joined
what I
yet.
saw yesterday.
He
hasn't?
No, I do the research. Nah, he didn't. He hadn't joined it yet. But
He filed a separate suit, didn't he?
no, he ain't did.
No.
That. Yeah, he just saying stuff like I got proof. But like he was really losing too, though. I also want to get into some of these responses.
He was really losing.
It's funny because
Well, no,
the thing about it was like the Browns GM at the time came out and was like, Hugh, come on now. Like, I kind of admitted that, like, yo, we had some bad things going on, but they also won. They won 5 of the last 8 after they let him go. So,
Well, I mean, he said that they was paying him to lose, and
where the money at?
he said that when he first started saying, he went in and he said, "Hey, y'all are killing my career," because they was paying him. They gave him the extension and then turned around and fired him 2 games into the season. It just something just don't sound right.
That's about the moral of the story, ain't it? This something don't sound right.
Something don't sound right. I mean, Flores. I mean, that's if it's a team that's dedicated to winning. I mean, why would you pass over him when he has a winning record?
Man, listen, all I'm saying is here's a couple things to point out. So, first and foremost, y'all remember when Fitzmagic was going crazy in Miami?
Magic.
And then they just threw him to her.
Yep.
It was like, what did they do that for? Why? And they was on the road to the playoffs, and then it just got bad. That's a little shady. Bill Belichick, I'm trying to figure out if he did this on purpose. I'm trying to figure out if Bill tried to shake stuff up since Tom retired. Bill said, "Oh, I'm sorry, Brian." Because Bill was way too animated. Yo, congrats on the Giants. Oh, I think they're going to go with Brian DeBall. I thought you was Brian DeBall. That's crazy.
I definitely feel like Bill did that on purpose.
Man, you know.
I do too.
You know, Bill trying to shake things up, man. Now the
Bill
Giants
played chess, not checkers.
Now the Giants came out and said that, like, their public defense was Bill Belichick not on our payroll. He don't dictate what's going on. He don't which sound cool in a legal setting, but how would he know? How would he know? It's just like common sense stuff. Like that's where the law start getting real weird, because it's like, okay, yeah, cool. We gonna go to court. We gonna talk about it. We gonna have a jury. They gonna judge it, whatever. But I mean, just common sense now. Like, oh, it's crazy, man. It's crazy. Des Bryant came out and was saying that from the player side, stuff was looking weird. When they weren't changing like their offensive packages, he was lining up the same every week. It wasn't really working. Dak wasn't throwing on the ball, and he was going to the front office and felt like something was shady. You also had Philadelphia, was that a year or two ago, when they took Jalen Hurts out the game, and it's like, I think the most serious of the allegations, even though the eye-popping one, is the racism. If he can prove that Miami was trying to pay him for them losing games, you got to get him out of here. You got to go, buddy. You got to sell your team. You over there with who was that? Donald Sterling with the Clippers. You got to get out, bro. You trying to fix games. And I did a little digging, and it also, if I'm not mistaken, the same owner for the Dolphins also recently bought a gambling company. So
shady.
So I mean, if the FBI gonna get involved, if anybody of authority is gonna get involved and really investigate this and not just do it like they did Cap, they might find something spicy. And I still want to know what was in them emails.
Hey, you know what though? If they can get the courts to turn that into a civil suit, they're not trying to get necessarily people to join for it to be one. They're trying to get the courts to declare that a civil suit. If they can do that, you'll have that type of investigation take place.
Yeah. And like, if they can get that done, then they can also, get into phone records, get into messages between Belichick and whoever. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, he got ties over there, so I mean, they probably gonna try to get to delete messages, but little do you know, if you go on a hard drive and put it on you know what, I ain't gonna spill my secrets. That's my little, you know what I'm saying? That's my little neck of the woods or something.
Bro, it's fine. You could just Google it, bro. You can figure it out, bro. Just Google it, bro. I can find it, big bro.
Joe, what is your thoughts on the situation?
Man, it's blatant incompetence. Like, it's about time they get what they deserve. That's what you get for firing an outright not bad coach. Like, what did you expect was going to happen when you did this? You think he was going to sit there and take that? Nah, he was going to have to get to his bag one way or the other. He decided, I guess, that he don't want to work for another NFL team, so he'll go ahead and expose him. Go ahead and get to the bag. Man. I hope that it shake out well enough to where he can, do his thing and work for a team and actually guide them somewhere successful. But if it don't, he gonna get to the bag. He obviously has prioritized it in his career.
So, real quick, did you give your thoughts on it? Huh?
I did.
You said what?
I did.
Oh, okay.
I just got through.
You just got quiet real quick. I didn't know what it was, but I think it's crazy. I want to get y'all thoughts real quick on what you think gonna happen. What do you think gonna happen? Starting with Joe.
I'm kind of with Tiz and Gabe. He'll probably not work for another NFL team. End up settling for some undisclosed amount of money. Become like a financial martyr, like Cap.
Okay, Double M.
I think he'll win his suits against the Giants and the Dolphins. I don't know about the league. I think he'll win against them.
Okay.
And I don't think his career is over. I think he'll end up with another job. The situation with him is different than Cap's.
Gotcha. T.S., what about you?
He gone.
Yeah, Tiz gone. Remember?
Oh yeah, my bad, bro. Gabe, what you think?
He's gonna get the bag. He's gonna win the lawsuit, quote unquote, by settlements, and he's gonna end up coaching in college somewhere. Probably get a major team, or he might do what Deion Sanders did and go to HBCU. He don't coach again. Now he in the NFL. Now unless we get a black owner, he will not coach in the NFL again. And I won't want to do that. Here. But he'll get a college coach somewhere. He'll be a good college coach.
I think that he'll get another job. And the reason why I think he's going to get another job is because of the difference in the way he approaching this as opposed to Cap. Man, day one, he on ESPN. He doing interviews. He on CNN, CBS. They having a court of public opinion battle. And, hey, look, listen. It's 2022. And if they care about their
money, you want to make him a token?
You said what now?
You want to make him a token now? I mean, ask yourself. Wherever you work at, you go sue your employer. You really think they want to hire you back?
Nah, cause I'm lame.
You really think they want to hire you back?
This is public. What I'm saying is,
it doesn't matter, man.
No, hear me out, Gabe. It's February 1st. Xbox just changed their logo. It's Black History Month. The NFL got end racism on the corners of the end zone. If they want their image saved, you're going to have to give him a job. I don't think he'll be nowhere for no long time, but he'll probably be in New Orleans for like a year. They'll probably set him up for failure, maybe put him like on a bad team or something. But the NFL, like, you gotta... That court of public opinion is strong. And that's the whole reason they got the whole thing on. They didn't force the Redskins to change their name.
Okay. Let's understand something. Everything has context. The court of public opinion and all this other stuff happened during COVID when nobody had nothing else to do, and all they had to do was focus in on stuff that they felt that needed to be changed.
Wrong.
Oh no, it's not wrong. You looking back and see.
No, I do look back and see, and what I do see is that FedEx threatened to pull their funding for the team unless they change their name.
And FedEx got pressure from when COVID and the whole situation started in 2018, 2019. Pretty much 2019 going forward. And on top of that, he had a bunch of allegations coming from him. So they just piled on. This wasn't just, this is a separate subject, but there is much more that led to FedEx pulling funding from the Washington football team. What I'm saying is that I believe Black Forest will win, whether it's not going to court. It's going to be settled. And he's not going to coach again in the field. I mean, he's not. We're talking billionaires, man. This is their world. They will make sure stuff gets taken care of the way it needs to, and they will give enough patsy for individuals to say their name, to say their image. They'll throw somebody out there to sacrifice. Because, all right, let's look at this right here for a minute. Let me paint this picture real quick, because then we on time. All they have to do is literally sacrifice the owner for Miami. Literally, they gonna tell him, they gonna paint it, hey, he had all this stuff going. They instead of them changing it from we all are not hiring black coaches, they're gonna focus on this one guy really came after this black guy. And of course, when they set up that settlement, they gonna have it right. You can't talk about none of this other stuff. You can't go on no media shows. You can't do nothing. You gotta get quiet. And they gonna take this one guy in Miami and throw him to the wolves. And that's gonna be the sacrificial lamb for the NFL. And they're gonna bring in somebody that's probably a little bit more team oriented, probably somebody who can allow a black guy to be a minority owner. And I'm thinking, mark my words, it's probably gonna be Jay-Z. They are set up for this. They're playing chess, and Jay-Z gonna end up being a minority owner in the Miami Dolphins somehow, some way. And I guarantee you, that's how they gonna get all this stuff passed by, and everybody gonna be like, well, hey, the man that did him really wrong, he gone out the NFL, so they good. We can go back watching football. The NFL made up of black folks. We're not going nowhere until the black players sit up and say, we're not playing anymore. Guess what? They're gonna hire whatever coach they want to. Now, when you tell me that these black players who riding around the Ferraris and all these other cars and paying for all their family says we ain't playing next year until y'all figure out how y'all gonna hire some more black coaches, ain't nothing to change, man. It ain't. It's too good of money. And this is facts.
We shall see. We shall see. Well, we'll keep you updated as more develops. Well, that's it for the show, y'all. Next time y'all see us, the Super Bowl will be been played. Nah, that's it. That's not right. We might do some NBA next week. So
I don't know.
huh?
I'm gonna be out of town next week.
The whole week?
Not the whole week, but you know what you do.
Yo, what? That's great. All right, we see you next Wednesday, folks. Closing statements. Go, Gabe. Go ahead.
Ladies and gentlemen, the best podcast that you haven't subscribed to, you need to do that. Because we for real here.
Yes. Joe, closing statements.
I'm gonna be holding my breath in anticipation for this whole off season, but when it come back, I'm gonna still be Green Bay through and through. So go Pack, go until next year.
Disgusting. Double M, closing statements.
Hope Pittsburgh choose wisely in selecting a quarterback to replace Ben. And we'll see.
If y'all get Aaron, I wouldn't be mad.
They need to go that route, though.
You would be mad.
I wouldn't be mad.
Nah, they need to invest in an offensive line and get somebody they can groom out of college.
Well, we shall see. Podbean.com/sports talk. Get your first month free. That's all, folks. Not incredible, not terrible, just relatable. I will see y'all next week. Peace.